It's a bull. Hey, good morning. What's up? This is Brian Kuzmar with Commercial Rare Coins and Precious Metals in windy and somewhat stormy Lauderdale by the Sea. Look at those conditions out there. If it were a little bit cleaner, I'd go out surfing. It looks like we got a windsurfer out there. I just saw him catch some big air here. Some hang time, as they call it. Let's see if he does it again. He's going to hit a wave here, and will he do it? Will he do it? No, he's on the back of it. Well, good day to be kite surfing, that's for sure. And good day to be buying the dips here. Looks like we got the dip that I expected, and there he goes, a little hang time, a little close to the pier in my opinion. Actually caught the wave too. Pretty cool. Well, as I said yesterday, I think it played out exactly as I said it would. The war, the bullshit, the bullshit that was called a war, the propaganda that they used. There was no war, folks. It was just jawboning, mouthpiecing, and I nailed it pretty much. I said exactly what was going to happen. The price of gold and silver. Once the rest of the world figured out that Putin had no intentions in invading, he may have played the United States and the UK as far as his troops on the border, which he said were military exercises. And I know they do military exercises, but I think that Putin actually played this tactically very well. I don't think he ever had any intentions for an invasion whatsoever. They can't afford it. And you know, quite frankly, I think he used us just to get Biden to lessen his credibility even more, which is exactly what I think happened. The credibility of this current administration is just kind of gone south in a big way. I mean, they were promising us a war, folks. Don't forget this week, promising us a war. And as I said over the last course of the week, you know, where are the peacemakers here? These people were just actually, trust me, they were hoping for a war. They really were. This administration was trying to do everything they could to create a war, hoping that this would be real. And I don't think Putin had any intentions. In fact, I'm sure that he told troops to be as careful as they possibly could, stand down, don't fire back if they're fired upon, whatever. He had no intentions whatsoever going to Ukraine. He was just going to show this administration and show the UK for what they really are, a bunch of war hawks, unfortunately. And not just war hawks, but people that are just trying to take the attention on what a shit job they've done over the last decade. I could get into that, but basically what we had is the boy who cried wolf, and that's exactly the credibility that this current administration has. They cried wolf, and that's all they've done. They cried wolf on every issue for the last decade that they've dealt with. I'm sorry, man. It's just sad. And again, remember, I'm not a red or blue person. I'm an American, actually. I care about my country. You know, I care about the people in this country. I'm fiscally responsible, and I'm socially liberal, which means I don't care what you do with your life. You know, do whatever makes you happy. It's providing you don't harm anyone else and you don't make me pay for it. So yeah, I'm the best of what both parties claim to be, but neither one of them are. All right, and basically what we've got. So I can throw stones. The nice thing about not being a red or blue person is that you don't live in a glass house and you can't throw stones. So basically what Putin was able to do is he was able to get Europe and United States administrations to cry wolf again. And what did that do? Man, that just shot their credibility all to hell, folks. And this is really an issue of credibility, which this current administration, was bordering on having no credibility, and at this point I don't think they do have any credibility, as do a lot of the so-called liberals and Marxists in Europe as well. So anyways, let's move on to markets, kind of let you know where I stand on this stuff. It's pretty obvious. Let's take a look. But I nailed it. I did nail it yesterday as far as the price goes. I knew as soon as this turned out to be a non-event, which I knew it was, I saw prices of gold and silver just shoot up way higher than they really should have. But no less, think about this for a moment. When the average person, when the average Joe out there or investors get scared, what do? They bought gold. That's actually a really good sign. They jumped into gold pretty heavily yesterday and the day before. And we saw it run up to the 1870 range, and silver was popping near that $24 range. Of course, as I've been telling a lot of you silver stackers out there, silver will follow gold. In this case, yesterday was an instance where gold was a safe haven for people that were worried about us going into war. So that's very telling. It says a lot. But again, I knew that the war propaganda was bullshit. I knew that without any doubt in my mind, because I've studied the situation in Ukraine. I know it pretty well, better than most Americans know it, and I certainly know it better than the talking heads on CNN or Fox know it, that's for sure. I guarantee I know more about Ukraine than they do and what's going on over there. But no less, I was absolutely certain there would be no war unless we were able to create some kind of false flag type event, which I'm sure they were pushing for, but I think the Russians were way too smart to fall for that. And again, I got exactly what we expected, which is a non-event, and the credibility, again, of this administration and European administration shot to hell again. So where are we at right now? We're down $22.84. So I'm going to do a quick refresh here. Let's see. And this is exactly what I expected. As I said yesterday, and I didn't mean to sound so cocky about it, but I nailed it. I really did nail it yesterday if you watched yesterday's video. And sorry about that. Let's take it a minute, flop around like you on that. So low of 1845. Look at that, high of 1880 overnight. So let's take a look at when this market was monkey hammered down. And I can tell you exactly where it was done. It was done on the Crimex, Comex markets and the overnight markets in Globex, which is owned by Crimex. Same old stuff. They took the opportunity to take this news of no war to batter those markets overnight in thinly traded markets when no one else was really buying or selling. Let's take a look at this again. 45 to 80, down 22 bucks. Silver, a high of 24. We busted that 24 last night, and look what they did. Almost $1 takedown from the high in 24 hours. 23.13 was the low. I saw that this morning. And we're currently sitting at 23.23, so it's kind of rebounded back. I think we're going to pretty much stay steady at these levels, folks, unless we see some more monkey hammering, which is completely possible. I think they're desperate at this point. For a while I kind of thought that they were backing off a little bit because they're getting caught. Too many people are becoming aware that Comex allows this kind of manipulative, in my opinion, illegal behavior to happen. And the more people that are becoming aware, I think the more they're trying to switch up when they do it, how they do it. But I really think at this point they're desperate. Again, they're just pulling all the stops out, I believe. Well, again, tough to say what we're going to see this week. But right now, sitting at 23.23, great buying opportunity in mind. Again, buy the freaking dips on this stuff, folks. If you've noticed, they're only able to knock it down for a short period of time, and then it kind of just slingshots back to where it was. And again, they're going to run out of ammo at some point. Let's take a look at platinum, 1,035, currently sitting at 1,025, nearing that $999 mark, but not quite at $107. But again, great opportunity to buy the dips on precious metals. And if you haven't bought the dips, don't worry about it, just hold. I know a lot of new folks out there going, oh my God, it's down from where I bought it. Even folks that bought it silver $30 last year. Relax. If you got into this as a day trading type deal, you got into the wrong market for sure. Again, this is buy and hold. That's kind of my feeling with this. You're never going to wake up and hear it went bankrupt, that's for sure. And it's been around for 5,000 years. Let's take a look at when the markets got monkey hammered. And of course we know it's in the Globex markets. Take a look at that. That was just when was the announcement that Putin had no plans to actually, I wonder what time that happened, when they finally realized that Putin, or when they finally capitulated and realized they were just spewing a bunch of bullshit about the Russian invasion. Did that happen last night? Did it happen this morning? I'm not quite sure, but take a look at that line in gold. Boy, they just nailed it. Again, high 1880 was steady all last evening pretty much, and then again, probably Globex markets. Tough to say exactly, but I suspect in the Globex markets is where we saw this happen. Again, just pure manipulative monkey hammering, no doubt in my mind about that. And here we are steadying a little bit more in the New York market, steadied off a little bit, and we're sitting in that 1850 range. I think we're going to float 1830, 1850 here, in my opinion, and hopefully in this 1850 range. I think that they've done all the monkey hammering they could on this false news that they possibly could. Let's see what else comes up this week on Friday. Same thing with silver, overnight markets, again, the Globex, Crimex, Comex, Crimex markets. These people are just criminal in so many ways, in my opinion, allowing this type of behavior to happen. Just take a look at that line, too. Who sells off like that, especially with gold? Take a look at gold as well. Who does that in thinly traded markets? No one except someone whose intent is purely just to drive the prices down. Whenever you see these lines like this, you can pretty much assure that's manipulation happening on the Crimex markets. Well, Let's take a look, because there's no news that would cause that to go down. Well, again, most people I think that would have bought gold and created that rise up weren't going to just dump it the next day at a loss. So to me, this is just pure bullshit right here. Let's take a look at markets here. More bullshit. I believe that these markets are being propped up right now. Who's dumping money into the stock market right now? Well, I think it's probably the plunge protection team or the Fed, more or less. I think the Fed is preventing this market from just absolutely collapsing on itself. And they're going in and they're buying assets. I still think they're buying assets. Even if the Fed says they're going to stop their program of buying assets, the government can still do it with the Fed. The PPT, Plunge Protection Team, the Presidential Working Group, works with the Fed and the Treasury Department, and they can go in there and they can buy whatever they want to prop whatever markets they want. They don't even have to tell you about it. That's how secret it is. It's the secret club. It's a big club, and you're not part of it. Either am I. Well, let's move along here. Fool me once. This is what I had on my meme yesterday. Shame on you. Fool me twice. Shame on me. Fool me thrice. Go ahead, and I'm an idiot. Well, they didn't fool us on this one, folks. Most of us knew there was not going to be any war or anything like that. So, no, everyone I don't agree with is a Russian. So there you go. Russia withdraws some troops from Ukraine border after media said an invasion was imminent. Fucking media. If you watch the news, folks, you're the most. If you watch CNN, Fox, or any of the big corporate news, trust me, you ain't thinking for yourself. That's for damn sure. But no less, it was a non-event, exactly as I expected, and the price fell back exactly as I expected. And again, I think I nailed this one. So, and it's a good thing too. Who the hell wants a war anyway? The idea that our administrations out here seemed like they were really pushing for it. They really wanted this badly. And you know why they want it badly. Again, I've said it over and over. War will take take people's minds off. It's a diversion, okay? It's a diversion from how badly this administration and other European administrations have handled everything for the last decade. And they know it, especially the last 4 years or the last couple years. It's just bad, folks. Well, let's take a look. Now we've done it. We pissed off the sea. I got to read that. It looks like an interesting article. Prince Andrew. Okay, not going to talk about that. Not too much to talk about here, so what I'm going to do is really quickly get into what I do best, better than any of the talking heads on YouTube, is I know products better than anyone else out there. I'm not the best chartist. I'm actually not the best guy talking on the news. I'm very opinionated, but one thing I do know better than anyone else out there is product and what the best deals are out there. Currently, I know Silver Eagles, I'm going to say it again, Silver Eagles are not a good deal. I'd love to buy American, but the problem is with the premium where they are on Silver Eagles, it's just not competitive at all. It's just too, over high price. It's just overpriced in my opinion. And a lot of folks say, well, the thing is when you go to sell Silver Eagles, you get more. In a buyer's market, yes. In a buyer's market, you get more for everything. You get more for generics right now than you would have gotten in the past. This generic 1 ounce bars and 10 ounce and stuff, these bars right here, you're getting more when you go to sell this stuff than you would have in the past as well. So in a buyer's market, you get more for all products, not just Eagles, not just Maples, but 1 ounce bars and 100 ounce generic bars as well. You're getting more for everything across the board, again, in a buyer's market. But in a seller's market, all bets are off. All the premium that you may have paid for Silver Eagles, all that premium you may have paid for Maple Leafs, spot plus $5, spot plus $8, gone with the wind. You're never going to see it again. And in fact, you'll be standing, if you hit the bubble right in precious metals, and precious metals will bubble. It will. It has in the past. At some point, it'll get to a really high, and people will go, oh man, time to sell. That's a seller's market. So you'll be standing in line next to the guy that has a 100 ounce generic bar, and you've got your 100 ounces of Silver Eagles, and then when you look over the shoulder and you say, oh my gosh, he's getting almost the same price I am, you'll realize that you shouldn't have paid that big premium, folks. So stick with 1 ounce generics, 10 ounce generics, and 100 ounce bars. Cheapest product out there. If you can buy other products that are real for spot plus $3.50 or less, I would say it. But when you get into Maple Leafs and Eagles and you're paying that spot plus $4.50, spot plus $5, spot plus $10, it's crazy, folks. Stay the hell away from it. Yeah, it's so hard for you to recover your cost on that. You just won't do it. Plus, you'll buy more silver if you stick to the plan that I'm telling you, which is buy the generics right now. Same exact thing applies to gold as well. Best deals out there are the gold bars, and Where are gold bars? There you go. That's 10-ounce gold bars. There's 1-ounce gold bars. And let's see here. I'm going to get the image there. And kilos and stuff like that. Well, it'd be nice if you buy kilos, but stick with 1s, 10s, and well, 1-ounce bars and 10-ounce bars. I'd rather see you buy 1-ounce bars, by the way, in gold. They're spot plus 75 or less when compared to Eagles, which are over $100 and more than likely in that 110 to 115 range over spot. You can buy 1 gold bar plus an ounce of silver almost for the same price that you're going to pay for an Eagle. And if you put the two on a table and you put a 1-ounce gold bar with a 1-ounce generic silver on top of it, and you gave me an Eagle and you said, which one do you want, Brian? I'm going to say I want the ounce of gold with the extra silver. So you're much better off sticking with the bars right now. What's the next best product? I'm out of Krugerrands. I'd love to tell you Krugerrands are, I've got a great deal and I can beat anyone I still can beat other guys' prices, but I had a great deal on Krugerrands. We had them close to the price of bars almost. But I'm out of them at the moment. I sold out the lot. But my prices are still better than APMEX, JM, and SD Bullion. And as you know, I'm a local dealer only. So if you can't walk into my store and deal directly face to face, unfortunately, folks, I can't sell you anything right now until I decide to do an online business, which I'm so overwhelmed with what I'm doing right now. I can't imagine starting an online bullion business, but maybe someday with the right partners. But right now, since I can't ship to you, my suggestion is find yourself, my suggestion, even if I could ship to you, is find yourself a good local dealer as well, like myself. Someone that has been in the business for a little while and is going to give you a really good price on products and take care of you. And any local or any dealers out there that are listening to me, listen, you got to be competitive with the online guys. Either that or you're going to just die. You're going to go away. I am. I'm extremely competitive with the big online guys. And I still make a good buck, and my sales volume is way up from where it used to be as well. So, you may decrease your profit level a little bit by trying to match the online guys like APMEX, JM, and SD Bullion. However, you will make it up in volume, and I know that sometimes people say, oh, that's a common thing. You will make it up in volume, believe me. You'll make a little bit less, but you're going to do a lot more sales if you're competitive with APMEX, JM, or SD Bullion. That's my suggestion to my other dealer friends out there listening. Where are we going from here? Which is, yesterday's video, which, by the way, the title sucked, Don't Fight the Fed. It was the wrong title. I meant to put another title in there, but it's my fault. I gave my editing guy, Marcelo, the wrong title, so he put that one up. But I think we just changed it as well. So what kind of comments do we got out here? I'd like to thank everybody for watching. And let's see here. Again, DC, Butch, Mark, Herbert, Andrew. Thanks for watching. All of you guys. Welch Coast Services, Michael Matthew. And let's see, where else here? Brian Fox, Strawman. Not too much to answer here. I think a lot of you folks were just kind of commenting on what was happening as well. And again, I appreciate all your comments out here. Clayton says Ukraine equal dog and pony, smoke and mirrors. Exactly, Clayton, you nailed it yourself. It will all end in August and October with our valiant president bravely solving problems that never existed, showing the strong international leadership and desire for peace just in time for the midterms. Clayton, you really, really did nail it. That's exactly what I said yesterday. But I think, I really think they were pushing for. I really think they were hoping that there would be some kind of incursion. And I bet you they were even provoking it a little bit as well. But it didn't happen. And I think that was all part of the plan. Well, speaking of distraction about the whole thing, I wouldn't doubt that. And let's see what else is going on here. Not too much, so I'm going to call this video a short day and give you my theme for the year, which is think for yourself and question authority. Question what you think you know as well. Whose narrative is circulating around in your head? Is it yours or someone else's? Well, that's really about it. This is Brian Kuzmar with Commercial Rare Coins and Precious Metals in beautiful Lauderdale by the Sea. Call me anytime at 954-493-8811. We're open 10 to 4 Mondays through Fridays. Happy to help you out with any of your precious metal needs. We also do rare coins, rare currency, foreign stuff as well, anything to do with coins and currency. We have an estate business that does jewelry, artwork, antiques, watches, and other things as well. So keep us in mind on that too. And as I said, if you don't live in my area and you watch my videos, I really greatly appreciate it. All I'm trying to do is to help you learn, educate you a little bit, try to share the knowledge that I've had in this business for 50 years with you. And my recommendation, again, if you don't live in my area, find yourself a good local dealer. Try to keep that money local. Well, that's really about it. I really appreciate you watching. Thanks. Have a great day, and we'll continue this tomorrow. Bye now.